Reuters, when the U.S. Senate begins the impeachment trial against President Donald Trump, a handful of lawmakers from the House of Representatives will act as prosecutors to lay out the case against the president. File photo: Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee Gerald Nadler, DNY, waits to speak during a media briefing after a House vote approving rules for an impeachment inquiry into U.S. President Trump on Capitol Hill in Washington, U.S., October 31, 2019. To match special report USA Courts, secrecy lobbyist Reuters, Joshua Roberts. Those managers, as they are formally known, will likely be appointed on Wednesday when House Democrats transmit the articles of impeachment to the Senate. Here are some of the leading candidates. Gerald Nadler, the House Judiciary Committee chairman, 72, has been a Trump antagonist since he opposed a Trump real estate development in Manhattan decades ago as a New York State Assemblyman. Nadler's committee crafted the two articles of impeachment against Trump, which were approved by the House in Dec. 18 Schiff, the House Intelligence Committee chairman, 59, has been a leading figure in the impeachment inquiry that preceded the vote. Schiff spearheaded an investigation that featured testimony from U.S. officials about Trump's dealings with Ukraine, both in private and on national television. He also been a favorite punching bag for House Republicans. A former federal prosecutor, he represents a district in the Los Angeles area. Hakeem Jeffries, 49, is considered a rising star in the party and a potential future House Speaker. Representing a district in the New York City borough of Brooklyn, he was the top House Democrat behind a bipartisan criminal justice reform bill that Trump signed into law in 2018. Val Demings, 62, is the former chief of the Orlando, Florida Police Department. As a member of both the Judiciary and Intelligence Committees, she has been involved in the impeachment investigation for months and knows the case against the president well. Eric Swalwell. Like Demings, the 39-year-old Californian sits on both the Judiciary and Intelligence Committees. He briefly ran for the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination. A former deputy district attorney, Swalwell is described by aides as being close to Schiff. Jamie Raskin, a former constitutional law professor, the 57-year-old Maryland Democrat, has played a prominent role on the House Judiciary Committee. Raskin, whose father was an aide to former President John F. Kennedy, filled in for Nadler to shepherd the articles of impeachment to the House floor. Raja Krishnamurthy, 46, was born in India and came to the United States at the age of 3. He worked as a state prosecutor before he was elected in 2016 to represent a district in a Chicago suburb. During the impeachment hearings, Krishnamurthy came to the defense of one of the star witnesses, Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman, who faced insinuations of disloyalty because he was born in Ukraine and emigrated as a child to the United States. From one immigrant American to another immigrant American, I want to say that you and your family represent the very best of America, Krishnamurthy told Vindman. Zoe Lofgren, 72, has deep experience with impeachment. She began her Washington career as a House Judiciary Committee aide when it held impeachment hearings against Republican President Richard Nixon in 1974. Elected to the House in 1994 to represent a Northern California district, she has served on the Judiciary Committee while it drafted impeachment articles against both Trump and Democratic President Bill Clinton in 1998. Pramila Jayapal, an outspoken progressive, Jayapal, 54, became the first Indian-American woman to serve in Congress when she was elected to represent a Seattle area district in 2014. She was a civil rights activist before she was elected. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, DCA, speaks to the media after voting on two articles of impeachment against U.S. President Donald Trump at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, U.S., December 18, 2019. Reuters, Tom Brenner. Joaquin Castro, a member of the Intelligence Committee. Castro, 45, also chaired his identical twin brother Julian Castro's presidential campaign. He was first elected to represent his San Antonio district in 2012. Reporting by David Morgan, Susan Cornwell and Richard Cowan. Editing by Andy Sullivan, Alastair Bell and Jonathan Otis. Our standards. The Thomson Reuters Trust Principles. Let's block ads. Why?